What's going on, everybody? It's Dan Ham here again with another video, a two-part video. I'm going to be cooking up some steaks, and I'm going to also be seasoning up this cast iron skillet. I just got a new cast iron skillet, and I'm going to show you the process of how I'm seasoning. So I start off with a large cast iron skillet. I got that fairly cheap. I thought that cast iron skillets were a little bit more, but they are pretty cheap. This is a 12-inch cast iron skillet. I recommend everyone having one of these in your kitchen. I'm going to start by cleaning it. You want to start with the hard scrubber side to get all of the excess oil off of it, whatever oil came from the store, and whatever debris that's on the pan from sitting on someone's shelf. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you dry it real good, get all of the moisture off of it. I actually cut on the eye myself so I can go ahead and make sure that all of the water is evaporated off of it. That makes sure that there's no dirt or debris or any moisture in it when you season it and when you put the oil on it. Because oil and water does not mix. So once you know that it is fully dry, you want to go ahead and start the seasoning process. I used some truffle oil. Me and my household, we use truffle oil for a lot of different things. And today, I'm going to be seasoning my skillet with it. So you want to put some oil in the pan, take a paper towel, and you want to go ahead and coat it evenly. Not just the bottom, because I know that, you cook with that the most. So we tend to, focus on the bottom of the pan the most, but you want to season and coat the full thing. Coat the handles, both handles, the outside, every piece of this. And just a side note, I know people that's watching this video, they're going to say, hey, that's not the right oil to use, but I like the flavor and I like actually how it turned out. So you can use whatever oil you want, man, but today I'm using truffle oil. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. I'm going to go ahead and season the outside too, and I'm going to use a new paper towel because that paper towel has a lot of oil in it, and I just want to go ahead and put some more oil on it. Make sure that it is heavily coated. Let me know if you all have any cast iron skillets in your household. Do you use them? What type of tips you can give me? The soap that you saw me put on it, I was told, or the videos that I've watched, they said that was the last piece of soap that you want to touch your cast iron skillet. So you want to just clean it with salt and hot water. I'm going to try to, keep up with that as long as I can. This is my first time using a cast iron skillet and having one in my household. I've never seen anyone clean with just hot water and salt. But hey, I want to preserve my cast iron skillet. I want it to, last a lifetime like it's supposed to. And I want to have all of that good flavor and seasoning in it. That's why you want to preserve it. Now I'm coating it, all of it, getting every nook and cranny. I'm touching it because it's still hot. Believe it or not, these things do hold heat, man. I think that's why people use them a lot. Don't mind my daughter, she just walked in. I didn't notice that she didn't have any clothes on, but this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and put it in the oven. I put it in the oven on 500 for an hour on the highest setting. I'll put it in the oven. And this is what it looks like when it's coming out, man. This is an hour later on 500 degrees. Shout out to Lil Wayne and them. But it looks pretty good, man. Some would say it looks like what I bought it, but to me, I could tell a difference. And I wish I would have cooked on it first to see, but hey, I wanted to wash that stuff off. This is a quick little Easter egg, man, and my daughter, she tried to trick me. She got me.
Whoa. Wait. Do it again.
Look at her little fingers.
Whoa!
You can see I was truly amazed. My little magician.
How you doing there? How you got to it?
You see, so I got turned. I got hip to it. I'm like, hold up, man. My daughter's not a magician.
You almost had it.
Then the wife came down to see what we were yelling about. She said we were too loud. But here's a little clip of my family, man. A small piece of the family because I have 2 more daughters that are not on camera. But back to the cooking. I'm starting off with some New York strip steaks and some lobster tails. Those are my seasonings. So you want to always wash your food, man. You want to clean your food. Every piece of food that we cook, every piece of meat, vegetables, all of that gets cleaned. We cannot take it straight off the packaging and just season it and cook it. I've drank out of the water hose. I know my immune system can take a lot of stuff, but hey, not salmonella. But those steaks look good. That one's mine right there, as you can see. So now that you've got them all rinsed and cleaned, I'm going to go ahead and start with the lobster tails. So you want to wash those. And they were still a little frozen, but you can see once that water hit it, it defrosted and it got right where it needed to be. So you want to go ahead and rinse those off, wash those off, get all of that stuff out of the packaging off of those. And this is where you want to go ahead and cut it up. Get the shell off of it, expose the meat so you can season it, and you can go ahead and get some good flavors on it when you're cooking. I'm going to steam these. This is my first time steaming these, and they came out perfect. Like I was at a restaurant, man. I got a steamer, a steaming pot, and I don't think I'm ever going to go ahead and boil or pan fry or whatever. I'm going to steam my lobster tails from now on, man. So they look pretty good. They're all nice and clean. Got them all cut up as well. Now this is my seasoning. You didn't see me tenderize the steaks. I tenderize my steaks. Everyone has their own little fashion. And then I'm going to go ahead and sear these. I'm going to go ahead and cut it a little bit so my seasoning can get in between all of the meat. I like to cut the fat a lot so I can get the seasoning in between the fat, and also so it can kind of caramelize and melt down. I use that truffle oil again. We use truffle oil on everything, like I said. And then I went ahead and seasoned these up. Now I'm going to go ahead and season up my lobster tails. Yes, I did season the outside. If you made it to this far of the video, man, I did season the outside, but man, it gives it a flavor all around, man. You're not eating the shell, but that shell is going to give it a flavor that you want to have in the meat. These came out super juicy, man. When I say super juicy, steam your lobster tails. Don't put them in the oven. Get you a steamer. If you can, go ahead and get you a pot. So I went ahead and got the water boiling. I went ahead and got my little steamer. Put the lobster tails in there. I got my cast iron skillet that's nice up to temperature. Put some more truffle oil in there. I almost touched it, man, with that hot handle. I almost touched it. I'm sure one day I'm going to touch it, but today was not that day. So I put the truffle oil in there. I put some of the minced garlic in there. And now it's time for the main attraction, the steaks, man. So this is what the steaks look like. We don't like ours rare. Those look good, man. And they cooked a little bit longer than I wanted them to, but they still came out perfect because I wanted to make sure that the inside was cooked as well. And they came out really good. These are what the lobster tails look like after about 10 minutes in there. They curled up a little bit. Nice and juicy, man. These are the second steaks. There's my big boy. And these are what the steaks look like when they came out. Nice and cooking. fogged up the camera a little bit, but man, if you've made it this far, man, I do thank you. Please subscribe, please share, please follow, man. But this is what the steaks look like, and this is what the finished product look like. That's my butter that I have on there. I know the picture didn't do it justice.